NAACP. I don't know how many of y'all saw the thing that happened in Buffalo, New York, when a protester, I'm not sure if he's a protester, but a 75-year-old man was approaching some officers, and one of the officers pushed him down and burst his head. Now, I did not have a big problem with the officer moving him out of the way, even though they were not going after anyone at that particular time. They were moving the line forward. But what's touched me in my heart is when one of the officers tried to stoop down and help the man, the other officer pulled him up and said, "Keep going." That is plain inhumane cruelty to anyone or cruelty to anything. If you had a dog that you did that to and you didn't stop to try and help that dog, you could be held liable for it. So I don't know what they teach the officer here in Lawrence County, the city of Moulton, but if the sheriff, the chief of police, or any police officer, I don't care you black, white, green, pink, or what, if you don't care anymore about your fellow man than to just let the man stay there and possibly die, you didn't know what condition he was in, then to me you are not worthy to wear that uniform, and certainly not worthy to have on your car to serve. Now we are all here as a result of George Floyd's death. But I say to you all, black, white, Hispanic, Latino, Asian, whatever nationality you may be, enough is enough. Enough is enough. We are not asking for police officers to not do their job. We're asking them to do their job and to keep the peace, but treat your fellow man like a human being. And to keep your knee on a person's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds and 2 minutes and 40 some seconds after he's deceased, what kind of being is that? Can anyone in here justify or explain why you could do that? Can anyone? And put yourself in that position. No matter what the man had done, put yourself in that position. What would you expect the police officer to do? So today we come to certainly lift up that situation, but we don't have to go to Minnesota, we don't have to go to New York. We can stay right here in the state of Alabama, because we've had people in the state of Alabama, across this state, who have been killed by police, and in the eyes of the NAACP and others, they were killed for no reason. People such as E.J. Bradford, who was killed in the Hoover Mall, Dana Fletcher, who was killed over in Madison, Wallace Wilder down in Gordo, Alabama, Emerson Creighton Jr., Alexander City, Curtis Jordan in Madison County, Javon Ousley in Talladega. And the list goes on and on of people that have been killed. And we're not here to bash the police officers or law enforcement, because we need law enforcement. But we need law enforcement that are responsible and that live up to the uniform. Yes, when you put that badge on, uniform, yeah, it demands respect. But the same thing you expect from us, we expect from you. And when you misuse your position as an officer of the law, then you deserve to be punished to the full extent of the law. Because with authority comes responsibility. And so the question has been asked, where do we go from here? We must not stop today. We must continue to dialogue. We must continue to work together to unite this country, to unite this city. And we can start by doing it one place at a time. Now, other day, the NAACP sponsored a rally over in Huntsville. The rally went fine, and then there were other people that were not a part of the rally. Well, they were in the rally, but they were not part of what we were doing. They marched around the courthouse and did not disperse when police asked them to, and then police released tear gas. And I would tell the chief of police here and the sheriff here, people are angry, people are upset, so you've got to allow people to express themselves. And I venture to say that if they had waited a few more minutes for the people to calm down, no windows would have been broken, and the police would not have had to deploy their tear gas.
That's right.
Just because you have those items, you don't have to use them.
That's right.
I spent 23 years in the United States Air Force fighting for the right of people to walk down those streets that you pay for. Yes, 23 years I gave to my country to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So as we approach this part where we're looking for solutions, let's continue to work together as neighbors, but let's continue to work together as human beings. One who cares for another. One who says, yes, this is my brother. This is my sister. Then we will begin to make a change in America. America still has a long ways to go. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled by what you're seeing here with everybody united. And this is actually good. I'm glad to see it. But the real change is going to come, as already been stated, is when we go back to our home. How do we treat our neighbor? How do we speak to one another? How do we treat our children in school? Are blacks still going to receive the lowest, highest unemployment rates in America? Are we going to make those things, make those changes? And it takes all of us working together. So, enough is enough. Thank you, and God bless.